For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. Yes then YouTube, we are back with another video. Drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So, I'm going to bring you an updated 4-4-2 set of custom tactics today, because I've been experimenting in a few things this weekend league just gone. And there's something I've found that will make the 4-4-2 amazing for you. And it's something that I used to have on, but then I took it off. And now that I've put it back on, it's working an absolute charm. So we are on the RTG. The 4-4-2, definitely balanced on the defensive style in the 4-4-2. I was actually experimenting this weekend league using pressure on heavy touch when I was using it. But I found when I use pressure on heavy touch from minute one, it just drains my stamina so much. I really don't like it. Let me know in the comment section actually down below. Do you agree with that? That when you use pressure on heavy touch, your stamina just gets drained so much. And there's something that you can do with the depth anyway, which means you kind of don't really need a pressure on heavy touch anyway. But I was just experimenting with it, this weekend league. But like I said, it just drains your stamina far too much. So balanced on the defensive style. The defensive width, you do actually have two options. You can, if you are, if you just want to leave it on 50, you can. That is absolutely fine. One thing I will say is I wouldn't make the 4-4-2 any more narrow than the preset 50. If any of you have used 4-4-2 this year, you will know what I'm talking about. For some reason, your left midfielder and your right midfielder, they just seem to want to come narrow all the time when you're defending. I don't understand it. They basically want to be on top of your central midfielders. I don't get it. I don't know whether it's like bad coding in the game or something like that, because I've tried absolutely everything, and it kind of still does it. So the defensive width I'm using is actually 55 to try and combat that. Yes, I do make it a little bit wider just to try and make my left midfielder and my right midfielder just stay in that left midfield and right midfield position when I'm defending in the 4-4-2. It's actually really annoying. If any of you have used it, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you agree or disagree with me that when you are using it, sometimes it really does feel like your left midfielder and right midfielder just want to hold hands with your left centre mid and right centre mid? I don't understand it. So I'm using 55 width. Defensive depth, yes, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. You do have two options again with this. Option number one is, of course, the option I'm using, 71 depth. If any of you don't know what 71 depth does at this point, I will tell you now. When you lose the ball, your team will automatically press and automatically offside trap up the pitch. Excuse me. It's actually very OP. It also completely, you see I said it 3 times there, because I want to emphasise that point. It just completely kills your opponent's offensive AI. Because your team puts the squeeze on and the press on, your opponent's offensive AI kind of just doesn't know what to do. It just completely freezes. It is so OP and so broken. I feel almost like scummy using it. But when you're playing in the weekend league, everyone that you play against, bar like maybe 5% of your opponents, will be using 71 depth. But if you are one of them 5% and you're not interested in the 71 depth, I take my hat off to you if I was wearing one, because you are a better person than I am. I would recommend 60 depth in the 4-4-2. The reason being is that the 4-4-2 is very defensively solid anyway, so we can afford to have our defensive depth up the pitch a little bit more than we need to. So that's why I'd recommend 60, but for me, like I said, 71 depth. The offense, balanced direct passing. Something I actually did try, by the way, was fast build-up and balanced. It's not bad. It ain't bad. Like, I was actually experimenting that a few games this weekend league. Fast build-up and balanced is not bad. So maybe if you are really struggling to create opportunities in the 4-4-2, you really are just stuck. You're not scoring many goals and you're not even creating opportunities. Maybe give that fast build-up and balanced a go. See if it works for you. And again, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you use on the offensive build-up play and chance creation if it's not balanced and direct passing? Because I'm trying everything to see if there's anything new out there that I can try. Offensive width, I actually very boringly, I don't know if that's a word, very boring. I just leave it on 50. I really like where my left midfielder and my right midfielder are in general in the 4-4-2. I kind of don't really feel the need to change that. So because of that, that's why I just leave it on the 50. And again, it kind of gives us the option that if we want our left midfielder and our right midfielder to play a little bit more narrow, we can change that with the player instructions, which I may or may not be doing in a minute. And as well, if you leave it on the 50 width, they're in a good spot, nice and wide anyway. See, it's just like in that happy medium G spot. If you know, you know. Players in the box, of course, is going to be 7. Like I do say in a lot of my videos though, YouTube, 6 is good. 6 players in the box is good. I like it. I like it. I was experimenting again with it this weekend league. I didn't really actually notice too much of a difference between 6 and 7. So maybe if you are conceding a few more goals, go down to 6 on the players in the box. It might help you out. 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Custom tactics done. Let's get into the player instructions. Now, like in the 4-2-2, I really want to close this gap off here between my 2 central midfielders and my 2 strikers. The gap isn't as big as it is in the 4-2-2, so we don't need to go like too YOLO with it. So because of that, stay central, get in behind, and come back on defence on both my strikers. Yes, both of my strikers are on stay central, get in behind, and come back on defence. The comeback on defence, even though you might think it's a defensive move and, you know, like your players are coming short and stuff like that. And it does make us a little bit more defensively solid. But you need to think of it as actually an offensive move. Because that gap in the middle of the pitch closes off between our 2 central midfielders and our 2 strikers. Oh my God, what am I doing there? We actually have like more passing options when we have the ball here with our 2 central midfielders. Rather than our strikers being like all the way up here and our central midfielders being like here. If we close that gap off, we then have better passing lanes when we have the ball with our 2 central midfielders. Very good. Definitely an underrated trait on the 4-4-2. Give it a go. The stay central and getting behind. I want my strikers in the central areas of the pitch. And I want them to make runs in behind. Very simple. Now, this is the new thing that I am now using this week. Well, used this weekend league. Come back on defence on the left mid and the right mid as always. Cut inside on the left midfielder and the right midfielder. And getting behind. And get into the box for cross. The cut inside is very key. I used to use it, and I can't remember why I then went against it. It must have just, on certain patches, I swear EA patched certain, not even certain custom tactics, but certain player instructions. So maybe they patched it and now they've unpatched it. Having your left midfielder and your right midfielder on cut inside is very OP. I've actually, you guys will never ever see it just because I can't show you it, but I have a spreadsheet and data when I'm doing my custom tactics where I track everything. Goals conceded, XG, blah blah. My XG and goals scored went through the roof this weekend league, having my left midfielder and right midfielder on cut inside. Basically, they make penetrating runs up towards our 2 strikers. It's very overpowered. Definitely give it a go. The getting behind and getting to the box for cross, I want them in the box. Pretty simple. Now, the 2 central midfielders, the more defensive-minded central midfielder you have. So for me, my Yaya Toure on my RTG. Stay back while attacking and cover centre. You want that central midfielder to kind of be like a bit of a Rodri or a Boubacar Kamara. Let's see, I'm recording this video on Sunday morning. Let's see if Aston Villa do beat Bournemouth. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think we will? I bloody hope we do. But I kind of want him in that Boubacar Kamara Rodri role. The more attack-minded central midfielder, balanced attack, get into the box for cross and cover centre. That midfielder will get forward quite a bit, but they won't be right up there next to the 2 strikers, but they will get into the box for cross, giving us more of an attacking outlet. I don't attack YouTube with my left back or my right back. So my left back and my right back are on stay back while attacking. And then last but not least, comes for crosses and sweeper keeper on the goalkeeper. And that right there is my brand new updated 4-4-2 custom tactics video for you. If you did enjoy this video, drop it a like for me, drop a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button to my channel and hit that bell so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.